Hey, what's going on, everybody? Um, this is going to be my very first ever recording of a video game for YouTube, or just even a recording period. Like, I've always wanted to do something like this. It's pretty nerve-wracking, going into it because you don't really know what you're doing. And sorry if you see the background of my house and everything, but I'm going to start working on trying to figure out this whole editing thing and all this good stuff. But you got to start somewhere, right? And today I wanted to talk about this game, Watcher of Realms. This is a game that I started playing like a little over 3 months ago. I actually started playing on my cell phone first for like a week, but I didn't like sitting there playing it on a small screen. And I didn't realize that you can actually download it on a PC. But yeah, I mean, I did not know what I was doing on that game at that time because honestly, I had two of the best majors apparently at that time, which was
Fear
Conqueror
thy god and die
and
well.
Graves, and I still didn't have a clue what I was doing on that game. Then I started playing on the PC. I was like, man, I got to get those two again because I started seeing all the good reviews from everybody else, and I finally got confident, you know. Um, but I don't have Boreas again yet, even though I know there was the whole Nerf deal going on with him and all. But at the same time, I still think the dude is pretty busted. Myself personally, I don't see nothing wrong with him, and I do not believe in nerfs at all because this is not something that I like in any type of video game. I've been gaming for a long, long time, and I just feel like a lot of times you can't beat somebody or you can't beat something, you just got to keep working at it. That's just how I feel about video games in general, and with a lot of stuff in life. So it kind of sucked, but at the same time, I still think he's really good. So today, I wanted to showcase off some of my heroes, and it's funny because honestly, I didn't even know nothing about this game. It just started popping up on my YouTubes as I was watching, and it was Ivy Lee Gaming and Ash. Those was the two main people I kept seeing popping up, and then I seen the little ads for this game, and I was like, maybe I should check it out. And so those was the two people that really got me to want to start trying to play this game because you can just see how much they enjoyed it and the passion they had behind it, still have behind it, if that matters to anybody. But yeah, um, so I started following them and Fastidious, who was like he breaks down this game like crazy all the time. This is like his life, his job, as he says. So, and I respect that. You know, I expect a lot of people's opinions about how they feel about games. And, I'm kind of an easy person to please, so it's not that complicated for me. But let's see. So when I started playing this game, I first went to the gallery because I wanted to see what all kind of heroes they had on here. You know, so you see me right now at 168 out of 183. Not too shabby. I need 15 more to complete the roster, but you know how hard that is to do. So actually, one of the characters that I wanted the most when I very first started playing this game was this girl right here, Ardia or Ardea. I don't know which way you say it, but I mean, this chick sitting there with these big spinning chainsaw looking whatever. That was just pretty dope looking to me. I was like, man, like this is one of the characters in this game, and I mean her aesthetic is just barbaric, you know. And I think that's pretty much what the Northerners represent. But also, she's like busted too. You look at her reviews and all, like she's good everywhere that has nothing to do with anti-air, because she's just that good. And I've wanted her since day one, and I'm still yet to get her. You know, one of these days I'll have her finally. And I don't even think it matters how many new heroes come out. Like she's still gonna be top tier, you know. So yeah, I got a pretty good roster here. Everybody that I pulled.
The realm
So let me just
trembles
show
at
you
the
something.
sight of my blade.
Number one being Balderon. This dude is just busted. Like he's so good, so good. And believe it or not, the week that he was released, I pulled him on the first 10 summons. So I don't know how or why, but I got lucky, and I've used this dude everywhere too, other than anti-air. You know, because he can't do nothing with that area, but everywhere else, man, this dude was like God mode, straight God mode. Faction trials, or not faction trials, but guild balls and promotion raids, and just pretty much anywhere you can put him. Like he's gonna do some damage, and he just looks so good. Like red is my favorite color, and this dude is like he got a beating heart, like literally on his chest with all his teeth and everything. He's crazy. And honestly, the gear that I got a lot of my players in right now is not my best gear because I was using that for my guild versus guild. So the teams I got set up has a lot of my really really good gear. But still, even with this gear, he's still sitting at 90,000 BP, and still some pretty good gear pieces. Ancient Warlord, stat, pretty decent stats, and First Bangle over here, all purple. And then I can actually ascend this, but I've yet to really ascend any of my gear yet because I got so much. Like I grind a lot on this game. But yeah, Balderon, he's one of my favorites, and I got him all skilled out because you get somebody like this, you just want to make sure you get them skilled out right away. Like you just don't want to sleep on that character. And
Even
I got
blind,
Silas
I
here,
strike true.
obviously, one of the best players in the game, period, if not the best. And I use him everywhere, all the same. Like he's a monster. He is a monster. And I got him at A4, and that's crazy to me because actually during the Vierna and Silas event, along with the Lust and Arrogance, I pulled 3 of him. I did not pull a Vierna that day, but I pulled 3 Silases. It was crazy. So, I mean, I'm not mad about it by any means. And if you don't have him, I mean, I know they got that event this week, but I don't really think trying to pull for him this week is the best idea because you got, I think, Orin and what was the other person? Obviously, this is not nobody good. Kriya, yeah, and Kriya, she gets bashed a lot on this game. I don't have her yet, and I'm not trying to pull for her right now either. So for me, I wouldn't do it. But if you don't have Kriya or Orin or Silas, and you're a new player, I would definitely recommend it because you want to try to get all the players you can, early on until you get to a comfort spot and you feel like it's okay. But unless you just, one of those people who's a spender, you just want to spend money and you want to just get those characters, and by all means, go for it. But yeah, this dude is sick, and he's obviously my first favorite character, or he's usually ranked higher than Balderon whenever I actually got that gear on the right way. But either way,
The realm trembles. Even blind, I strike true.
And I
Have
got
faith.
Nomia here at
My
A3.
light will vanquish chaos.
She's actually one of my favorite healers on this game. Like, I don't think she gets enough credit for what she can do. And she's the only healer I need in Gear Rate 3. So, the way I set her up, she throws her heal out and it bounces to all those players that I got, or characters that I have over there in the middle, along with my person on the left side. And I just think she's slept on personally, unless it's just me. I don't know if anybody else has been hearing anything else about her, but to me, she's really good. And she's one of my top healers in this game. Because, I know Elowen is like
For mother.
everybody's favorite. Elowen is super good. This is not the usual gear that I have her in. She's actually like usually 73 or higher whenever I got her in her best gear. And yeah, I mean, she is incredible, remarkable. She was like the first healer that I pulled on this game for a legendary. And actually, she was in my top 10 people that I pulled. So I was very happy about that. And she helped me all the way up to the point where I'm at today. I got her at A1 as well. And you get her, like, use her. She's that good. That good. Along with this
The
Hollow
doll
here.
is ready.
And she's one of my favorites. You know, I really didn't use her at first until I started watching everybody's videos. You know, with Fastidious and Ash and Ivy Lee and Destin and all them. And yeah, Destin, check him out too. He's really good. He got all the leaked information. If you're interested in stuff like it, like he's really good at that. And he's always sharing it with everybody, so that's pretty crazy. But I like it. You know, he's actually came up a long way with his content creating over there too. Because at first he was just kind of wild with it, but I think he's actually put more effort into it now. I like watching his videos. I'll watch pretty much every single last one of them. But anyways, yeah, Hollow is one of those players who was really good in several different contents because of the Rage regen that she does. You know, Guild Balls and all the gear raids, even the new gear dungeons and stuff. Like, people use her everywhere. She's actually a really rare epic to pull. So if you get the opportunity to pull for her, definitely pull for her, which I think that was last week. So, and some people even said it was still hard to get her in, and some of them didn't even get her. That's crazy to me, how rare this epic is. And it's the same way with Dolores here. Like, a lot of people did not have Dolores, and Dolores is sick. Yeah, she's sick too. I'm talking about the ultimate epic hero in this game, and a lot of people even say she's probably the best hero in this game, just because of what she brings to the table for an epic to be S tier. She is remarkable, and funny enough, like, I pulled so many Dolores, it's crazy. I wish they actually had it to the point where you can actually trade some of these players, trade with some of these players with some of these characters, because, you know, some of us, we just pull the same characters over and over and over again. And then you got other people who's up to like 8,000 pulls and they have not even pulled this character. But she's super good. You know, obviously one of my favorites too, just like so many other people. She's just that good. So I don't want to go too long, but you know, I got my Cedric right here. I finally got him. He's really good. You know, he was one of my most wanted heroes after facing him in an arena, just like
As you
Patsy
wish.
here. And I'm so happy when I finally got both of them. And yeah, I don't even use her in Gear Raid 3 at all. I use Alora, but she's super good there too, from my understanding. I do use Setchum there.
I am the demon
Mordor,
weapon unleashed. Behold, thy dread lord.
Favorites. I mean, his whole look is just amazing to me. And he can be used everywhere, literally everywhere, because he can do damage to air units and ground units, so you can't beat that. You know, and he's just a beast. And I got him fully maxed out, along with
Even blind, I strike.
The realm trembles at the sight of my blade.
Cerberus is actually one of my favorites. Like, he started coming on for me, and I was like, man, I've been really neglecting this guy, and he's a beast. Like, the damage he does is crazy. And if you don't know, because I know a lot of people don't talk about promotion raids, but he's really, really good in the melee promotion raid. And the reason being is because you can't die. You know, the only way you die is by the mobs coming out. Like, you regenerate health all the time. So this dude is, if you place him down in promotion raids, if you're struggling in promotion raid for the melee, you have him, trust me, use him. He is that good in there, because this dude will spread that water decay all over the place, and he'll carry you. Trust me. Use him if you have him. Not just for Gear Raid 21 or Gear Raid 1. Use him for promotion raids and pretty much all of the content, because he's that good, for real. And then, you know,
Fear thy god and die well.
Humanity never
She's actually really good. She's actually one of the most common legendaries, if I'm not mistaken. Like, almost everybody has her, I believe. And she really is good. She comes alive more in the end game, especially for the Gear Raid or Gear Dungeon. You know, that we only get like once every 30 days or so. She's like really good there. And she's one of my favorites. I still use her quite a bit. Like, just straight up Valkyrie. You know, she's really good. And her range is insane. And she can revive people too. yeah, this passive here with the miracle. She can only do it once per deployment. But yeah, it's actually very beneficial to have if you are struggling. And your players are 9. And so if you got somebody in front of her, she'll revive them. Just that one time, but she'll revive them.
Their souls are mine to take.
If you don't know about Vierna's really good on here. She's pretty solid. I actually heard some people say they don't like her, but I like her. I think she's really good. You know, I'll probably put her in S tier too. You have her, yeah, she's really good. And I did buy her a little wedding gown deal. Anytime they got a skin in the shop, I'll buy it. I invest in this game, so and I've always wanted her. Actually, bought this and I never pulled her up until last month. So I was glad. She's actually helped me out a lot in this game. So, yeah.
And now
Sorry,
the
guy.
fun begins. I will hunt them to the darkest abyss.
Allen? I don't know how you say it, but yeah, he's pretty good. I like him too. But whenever it comes down to it, like I think this guy Calypso has an A5, my Cerberus at A5.
Even blind, I strike true.
The weaver lies in
Raka,
wait.
however you say it. I got her at A4. She's really solid too. If you put her in the right gear and everything, like she's a monster. She's actually a really, really good fighter. And the fact that she can also hit airborne units is really, really good for a Lord. So she's one of my favorite characters. And I'm actually going to start using her a lot more and experiment with her a lot more because I got a lot of people in the Piercer faction. And I heard that, the Piercers are actually kind of busted on here. So I actually want to start experimenting with them more. So I'm glad I got her at A4. And hopefully I'll get her at A5 here soon too. But yeah, I did fuse the
Together we fight!
Rodor.
Together we win!
I haven't really experimented with them too much yet, but I'm going to. So I did do that fusion. I did pull from
The hunt
Falcia.
begins.
She was, she's cold looking to me. I really like her. Really like her look with the magic damage and the physical damage. Like, I think she's really good. I know a lot of people give her a lot of heat, but I like her. I think she's solid. Personally, myself. And I got
The flames that consume me will be those which save them all.
I do use him sometimes, but not a lot. He is good though. I mean, don't sleep on him. If you got him, like, use him. He is pretty good. I just haven't really done much with him, but I do use him in the faction trials and all that stuff. He pulls his weight. So, also, I did use.
Are you worthy of the violence I provide?
I'm going to try to beat Gear Raid 1, stage 20 and 21 this weekend. And hopefully she can be that last piece that I've been missing. I mean, she looks pretty dope as well. Big fan of her look. So, depending on how this video does, if you guys like it and everything, maybe I'll start trying to show more content and everything. Yeah, so I pulled this guy too.
Kneel before the Arbiter!
People was not happy to see him whenever he came out, but I had to go for him, fill up my Pokédex, as they say, because I want every single character, and I am going to use it, because I'm not one of those people who always agree with what everybody says, and I never will be, so I want to test him for myself and see how good he can be, what he can do. So I am going to start experimenting with him as soon as I get the time to. I want to see for myself what he's capable of. The crazy thing is, tell me he does not look like. Where's he at?
The dragon
Tell me he
has
does not look like
awakened.
this dude. Tell me he does not look like the rider that's on Ajax. Or maybe his name is Ajax, I'm not sure. But he looks straight like Magma. I think he just jumped off the
Kneel
dragon
before the Arbiter.
personally, and that's just my take on that. That's just what I see when I see him. I see the Dragon Rider, you know,
The
personally.
dragon has
That's him.
awakened.
100%. That's him. But yeah, Ajax is one of my favorite characters on here too. I was so happy when I got him because he's actually in his own faction, and the fact that you can use him everywhere is pretty crazy to me. And I gotta still work on getting him buffed up some more because he was actually the first mage that I pulled on this game, and then I pulled a nine. You know, if you know a nine, you know a. But yeah, if you want to talk about my favorites, it's
The
all around.
realm, even blind.
As you wish.
Behold thy dread lord.
Those are my favorite players by far. And then Cerberus,
Unleash me.
because like I said, Cerberus is really good. If you have him, trust me, use him. Use him in that melee faction trial. Is that what it is, faction trial? But anyways, use him in that melee insignia. This dude is good there. You can't kill him. So, and you know, as long as you got him buffed up, I didn't even have him buffed up when I used him in there. He was still at 1 on everything. But he was still taking out loads of mobs in there. So he's one of my favorites to use in there by far. So trust me on this. I'm not going to do no real editing on this because, like I said, this is my first video and I want to see how everybody reacts to it, if anybody reacts to it, and maybe like and subscribe if you think you want to hear more from me. Just let me know, and I will definitely do that. And I can start doing some of the, you know, showing you my teams in guild versus guild. You know, some of my gear raids and stuff like that, how I beat them. Yeah, so. Thanks for watching. If you decide to watch this video, like I said, because this is my first time ever doing this, and I was pretty excited, so I know I stumbled on my words and stuff, but yeah, just check it out. If you do, thank you so much. Even one view is a win for me. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Latest.